Oh yes, the N64. One of, in my opinion, the best consoles that's been around for a while. And I know not a lot of people share this sentiment, especially if you like the PlayStation, which is definitely understandable. But there were a lot of good games for this thing, and there's one in particular that just had its 20th anniversary.
papermario が仲間と一緒に謎を解く、仲間と一緒に強くなる。この冒険は新しい任天堂64マリオストーリー。Mr. Mario!
Released in Japan on August 11th, 2000, Paper Mario was a game that came quite late in the Nintendo 64's life cycle. So, I remember playing Paper Mario, about 20 years ago. My brother had gotten it for Christmas or for his birthday or something, and I ended up going through it, and it was great. I loved how different the characters were, I loved how different the locations were, and it was the first time playing a Mario RPG. I never grew up with Super Mario RPG, and even to this day I still haven't played it. So for now, the king of nostalgia is still Paper Mario for me. Right off the bat, when you start this game, you think things are going good, everything's gonna be great, until Bowser steals the Star Rod, wipes Mario out pretty quickly. And think about it, in all the other games, when you fight Bowser, you beat him. This is the first time you lose to him, and then that's what starts the story. Thankfully, Mario's not on his own this time. He has his partners to go along with him. Sorry, no Luigi. And what's great about these guys is, at least it was for me, the first time seeing enemies team up with him. I mean, just look at it. You have a Goomba village, you have a Koopa village, you have Bob-ombs acting nice. As a kid seeing this for the first time, I was like, what the hell is going on? I mean, sure, you still fight enemy versions of these characters, but again, visually they're distinct. They're different. You can pick a partner that suits your playstyle, and you can just go at it. You can customize not just your partners, you can change your badges. You have different choices for jumps, hammers, and that's what's so great about this. There's also tons of items to go find, with of course star pieces being the common collectible in the game, besides coins. Of course, the game isn't just about the battle system, it's about the environment as well, right? So I talked about variations in character designs, but the locations themselves are just wonderful. The first place you go to get a star spear is inside of a fortress. And I know what you're thinking, yeah, okay, Mario's been going into castles since 1985, but with the combination of the music and just the general design, it's amazing. These tropes that we're so used to, you know, the normal grassy plains, the deserts, the icy worlds, they feel very unique here. And there's a nice spin on each of them. It's not just an ice world, it's an ice castle with a haunting melody. It's not just Yoshi's Island, it's Yoshi's Island with a nice kind of tropical feel to it. It's hard for me to say which one I think is the best location in the entire game. If I had to pick my favorite chapter at least, I think it would maybe be chapter 7 or maybe chapter 2. I just really like both of those. The soundtracks are great, the atmosphere is great, and the bosses are pretty cool too. Speaking of bosses, this is how you do boss fights. These guys are perfect. They just fit so well. I just really can't say enough about their designs. It actually felt like they took the time to make something unique, something that fit the world, and at the same time fits the aesthetic in general. I guess the one complaint I could make is that there's not enough side quests. I mean, yeah, there are some side battles you can do, but there's nothing quite out there that pushes you away from the main story. So great about this game. People might think it's easy, sure, but you can handicap yourself on a second playthrough, right? You don't have to use the strongest badges, you don't have to use the most powerful attacks, you don't have to get the partner upgrades. And that's the thing. There are so many choices that you can make, and it's much more fun than just picking a difficulty on a slider. You can make the game play out how you want it to go. In my case, I'm always trying to use different partners on each playthrough. As a kid, I was always using Paracarry because his special attack was always just easy for me to use. But then I got older and then I realized how important stat boosting was in using characters like Watt or Sushi, and it makes the game fun. Something I really like about this game, and I'm not sure if it's down to the technical difficulties that they might have had, but they weren't so in your face about Mario being paper. Yes, the title is Paper Mario in the West, sure. In Japan it's called Mario Story, and I think that fits very nicely, to be honest. Again, it's about Mario on an adventure. The only moments I can really think of him being paper are when he's falling down, they play on it there. Or when he moves, right, he spins around, the people spin. It's subtle. It's very nice and subtle. I think Nintendo's doing a real disservice not releasing this game again. Anytime recently anyways. Yeah, I know there was a release on the Wii and then there was one on the Wii U as well. But with the Switch and with a whole new audience and a larger audience, now would be such a great time to get this original game out there. Sure, it might not make sense from a business perspective, they did just release a new Paper Mario, but I think it is nice to go back and play this original one again, because let's face it, there might never be another Paper Mario like Paper Mario, ever again. There is really just no other game like Paper Mario. Even Thousand Year Door, which I think again is a great game. The subtlety of this first game, the originality of it when it first came out, it was so impactful on me. Even now when I play it, there's just something strangely comforting about going through it again. Without a doubt, this game does hold up 20 years later, there's no doubt about that. I mentioned a sense of familiarity, but there's also that sense of what can I do different this time around? And I think that's what makes me go back over and over and over again. And hey, maybe I'll be playing this again for the 25th anniversary. Because if there's one thing for certain, this is one Mario story that doesn't get old.